Okay, here we go again with Clinton and the emails, and now it's the emails tying the State Department to the Clinton Foundation. You know, the Clintons, and everybody knows, that they're lining their pockets. Let's not be naive about this bullshit, okay? But, they are just plain stupid as far as leaving paper trails of shit. Anyway, you got a Clinton supporter on the left and you got a Clinton hater on the right. But I got to admit, that Clinton supporter, he had his act together and he had all of his bases covered, unlike Hillary Clinton, anytime they bring this email scandal up. Here's a clip.
All right, I'm joined now for reaction by Richard Socarides, White House senior advisor under President Bill Clinton, and Charlie Hurt, political columnist for the Washington Times. Charlie, your reaction to Charles?
Well, he's exactly right that, maybe this isn't illegal, but if it's not illegal, it's only because nobody could have ever dreamed up an operation like this. What we're seeing with these emails is that not only as Secretary of State is Hillary Clinton responsible for so many of the messes around the world, she was literally profiting off of this entire operation the entire time she was Secretary of State. And if she does succeed in and gets into the White House, she will go into the White House as the most tainted, most compromised, most self-dealing candidate that we have certainly seen ever in modern history.
Richard, this editorial in the Wall Street Journal today, the very first sentence, funny how the word email continues to haunt Hillary Clinton. I mean, she continues to dismiss all of this as old news, but this is 44 new emails.
Well, Sandra, I don't really know where to start on this theory that your guests have tried to concoct here, but it is really all, I think, an effort to distract attention from Mr. Trump, what he's been saying. I think it is much more likely that he will be removed from the Republican Party ticket between now and November than it is that any of this will come of anything for Hillary Clinton's campaign. I mean, if you look at the emails, listen, you've talked about this at some length, so let's talk about the emails that were released today.
Sure.
There was one email in which someone asked for a meeting for a prominent business person, a meeting which never took place. There was one email where there was a request that a candidate be considered for a job, a former staffer. All of these things happen in the normal course of business. There is nothing in these emails that were released voluntarily to a right-wing
So why didn't she just turn these emails over? Why when she already said that there was nothing else to see, she said.
I mean,
she's turned over everything she has.
She's turned over everything she's had. Now, these emails were turned over by the State Department to this right-wing organization that has been suing the Clintons for 20 years.
What does that have to do with anything? Charlie, get in here.
What does that have to do with anything? That means that these guys have been chasing the Clintons for 20 years, and they're looking under every rock, weed, and everything else, trying to find shit. And every time they find something that in a fantasy land could be considered uncouth, they bring crap up. So yeah, it's got a lot to do with this whole situation. These guys are on a witch hunt looking to take the Clintons down, and they've been doing it for 20 years. I'm not saying that they're even wrong. I'm just saying they've been doing it for 20 years. It seems to me like they need to give it a rest.
Well, what do you mean, what does it have to do with anything? You have to look at where these come from. These have all been concocted together as a conspiracy by these people who for over 20 years have been trying to prosecute this case against the Clintons. I will tell you that if there was anything untoward about these emails, the FBI would have taken action, and they didn't. This matter is closed.
All right, Richard, I gotta go, Charlie.
You literally have an email with the word favor in the RE line.
Well, this is a request that someone be considered for a job, sir. Have you never sent an email asking someone to consider someone you knew or someone to work for you for a job? Have you never done that?
Richard, I gotta get Charlie in here.
Please.
Charlie, look.
He got him on that one.
This is just the most ridiculous effort to try to piece together a conspiracy that does not exist.
Charlie, will there be an October surprise? Will there be more?
I think that there's, I don't know, I think without a doubt, we've certainly gotten a lot of indications that there will be.
Now this guy all of a sudden is Nostradamus. The answer to the question is, I don't know. Let's see what happens. But that's why he's anti-Clinton, because he's saying that there will be, and nobody can know that.
And I think that it will prove to be very devastating. And the reason is this: that by her own definition, Hillary Clinton's own definition, she agreed to this idea that there would be a wall between the Clinton Foundation and the State Department. What they're hiding behind now, no, there wasn't. What they're hiding behind now is they're saying, well, she personally didn't have any interaction with the foundation, but all of her top aides did, including Cheryl Mills. And it's just
none of these emails.
Next time I need you both in studio. So
okay, great. That would be great. None of these emails involve.
I gotta leave it there.
Are either to
Richard
or
and
from
Charlie,
Hillary
thank
Clinton.
you. Growing fear.
God, that was interesting. But Clinton, they totally screwed up when they went to that damn server. If they had stayed off of that private server and left all of her Secretary of State crap on a public server, there would have been no way for them to access any of the private server stuff, period.